Good day, LinkedIn ads people. Today I'm going to show you a very successful experiment where I use gated content and thought leader ads on LinkedIn to drive basically scheduled phone calls for £293 from £1,750 spent. We acquired two new clients at £879 and we got 340 clicks to landing page at £5.17 and 155 leads. It's been incredibly successful. And please remember, this might sound high, but not if your lifetime value is in the tens of thousands like mine is and like many of my clients. And we're talking about scheduled phone calls from very high value people such as VPs of marketing, marketing managers, demand gen types of people. So if you want to learn this strategy, watch this video. I go through it step by step and ignore anyone who says gated content doesn't work and all the demand gen people. Demand gen is a great strategy, but ignore them when they say gated content doesn't work. This proves it does work. And the next step for me is I'm going to scale out this budget into close to the 10,000 mark and try to see if this customer acquisition cost holds true. And if it does, this is awesome. I'm going to be rolling this out to my clients. And by the way, if you want us to run your LinkedIn ads for you, I'll leave a link in the description below. You can schedule a call directly with me and we can talk about your LinkedIn ads.
Okay, the first thing you need is actually a good lead magnet. And when I say actually a good lead magnet, it's because the majority of these, gated content plays are just horrible gated content. They're PDFs of blogs that should have just been kept as blogs and never been turned into a gated content. So they're just glorified blogs. Basically, you need to create something actually useful. And so, for example, what I created is a LinkedIn ads operating system where I've put pretty much all my systems in here, and I help people, set up the full LinkedIn ads. It's full of loads of video of me doing absolutely everything step by step. It's crazy amount of value, and I get told all the time how crazy useful it is. So it goes through all this. By the way, if you want this, I will leave a link in the description below. You can grab it for yourself. It's totally free. You can do that there, but it's super useful. So you need to create something that's actually valuable. And let's get another example here, which is from, Matt Lakajev. He used to create a lot of these, and he was like kind of where probably I saw it first, I'm not sure, but he used to do a lot of these and he got a lot of followers doing it that way. And one I saw today was this one here, which is like, he said, I spent the 5+ years, blah, blah, blah. So he's created this like Google Sheet, I believe it is, which is like actually going into something that I would pay money for. It's most agency owners, it's a model, blah, blah, blah. So it sees exactly what you charge to hit your profit goals. It's for like agency owners. I run a LinkedIn ads agency. It's exactly what you charge to hit your profit. When you can afford to hire, you realize like this is the stuff that I'm thinking about every day. Like, when should I make my next hire? All this kind of stuff. This is really valuable. This is something I genuinely pay for. And this is something I commented for to get. So step one, create something that's actually valuable, something that is your systems that you put in a really cool way, or a Google Sheet that you've made up, something that actually looks really good. Find something that's actually useful for your ICP specifically. So the next part of this is you write a LinkedIn post from your personal profile and you get a link. But what I do first is I don't put the link in there just because it used to suppress the algorithm to not push it out as far. Now I don't know if that's actually the case. I've heard some rumors that that's not the case anymore. I'm not entirely sure. But anyway, you don't need to put the link. What you can do later, once the organic reaches limits within a few days, you can literally just come up here and click on edit post, and you can change the post and add the link. So that's what you can do instead. But one thing I did, and I'd probably just recommend doing anyway, is make it into one of these posts which like comment and like. So rather than giving a link straight, you say, if you want this, if you want this amazing lead magnet thing, then comment and like on the post and I'll send it to you. And what happens is people end up commenting and posting, and you just get really viral. The more people that comment and like, the further it goes, and it starts becoming viral, because that's how the LinkedIn algorithm works. If you comment and like, it pushes out to their people who they're connected with, or a percent of the people they're connected with, and the more people who like and comment, it goes further. So this is a really good way to get loads of social proof likes, and this helps in your for lead ads later, which I'll show you in a bit. So if you do it that way, as mentioned, after you've done it and it says comment and like, you don't have a link in the post, you add the link in the post. So make sure there's a link in the post. Make sure the post is really good. I've actually done one of these 4 times. The first time I did it 1 year ago, and it actually went like a rocket ship. It did so well. I still have access to them. It's not on LinkedIn, but if you want those, you can find them in the description below. But then the second time I did it, it flopped. The third time I did it, it flopped. And finally, this fourth time, it worked. So what's quite cool, just organically, this one post got me 500 new followers, 200 newsletter subscribers, and probably a bunch of organic, I got a bunch of DMs and phone calls because of just the organic post, it going viral. So alone, that was really great. That's like a short-term play. That's going to be great. That 2 weeks was really busy for me. Got a bunch of clients. I got a lot of phone calls. That's great. But that's a short-term play unless you're creating these all the time, which probably I wouldn't recommend. It's great. The kind of upfront value you get from doing one of these comment and like things is awesome, but that's not the long-term game, which I'm going to show you next. So next, you want to turn this into a thought leader ad. So this is a LinkedIn ad, so you want to boost it with thought lead ads. So to be able to do that, you need a campaign manager. And to get a campaign manager, go to your LinkedIn and go to For Business, go down to advertise, click on advertise, fill out the form, make sure the currency is correct, and then you're going to get sent to campaign manager. Once you're in campaign manager, click on create campaign, and we're going to set up a thought leader ad. Now you're going to be confronted by this option. This is your objective for thought lead ads. I'm not going to go into too much detail about how to set up all these different parts up. I have a bunch of videos on this that I've been creating videos on LinkedIn ads for 5 years. I'll leave a link to the playlist on this more, and I'll leave the actual video on thought leader ads, which goes way more detail into more technical stuff around thought leader ads at the end. But you have the option between brand awareness and engagement. For now, just click engagement. There's different reasons why you might go with these two objectives. I'm not going to go into detail now. If you click engagement for now, this will do the trick. Make sure it's the classic. Don't go accelerated. Next again, and now we can set up the campaign. So I'm going to jump into a campaign I already created before. This is one I'm actually running. So this is a UK one, 6,700 is the audience. It's in the UK. It's basically Chief Revenue Officer, VPs of Marketing Growth, Marketer Demand Gen, that kind of stuff. 11 to 500, technology, make sure that's off. This is single image. If it's a video, make sure you click video. You can also boost video, which is great. Make sure LinkedIn Audience Network is turned off. Make sure your budget's low enough because it automatically sometimes put like £100, $100, and then you're like, oh no, I spent all my money. You don't want that. Make sure you're on manual bid. Again, videos all on bidding. I have videos on individual sections. Just follow that. Obviously tracking, and click next. So once you're here, you're going to click on browse existing content, and then you're going to, as a thought lead ad, you're going to find, you can basically run boost content from yourself, but also from anyone else. So you can find whoever that, it is from, probably yourself or from your CEO or something. So this is me, type your name in there, and you find all the posts that I've been posting. Next, you basically request approval. So you click on request approval and it'll send them a message. And then you have your ad basically done, which is awesome. So now we are going to be boosting this lead gen thought leader post to our exact ICPs. For me, it's VPs of marketing in the UK and the US. I'm also doing a couple ones on founders as well. So yeah, what I'm doing is UK, US, founders and marketing. And I'm trying to see which ones are performing the best. They click on the link and they get taken to my opt-in page. They opt in with their email address. So now what we have is basically people clicking from that thought leader post at this is the cost per click to the landing page. So this is cost per landing page click. So if you're over here, you want to make sure you're on engagement and then scroll over to clicks to landing page. This is the metric that matters the most. You're going to see, okay, we've had 39 clicks to landing page, and just divide, the amount you spent, which is over here, for example. So the amount you spent with clicks to landing pages, and that's going to give you your cost. So here's the cost, I have depending on the campaign. So I'm on average like £4.58, which is great. So now at £4.58, we have people clicking to the landing page, which for me is this one here. At £4.58, I have VPs of marketing and founders from 11 to 200 companies coming to this page, and some of them are converting into leads, which is awesome. So once they sign up, they get taken to Beehive, which is where I'm hosting, the form pages and all that kind of stuff, because I just like Beehive. So what I do now is I do warm outbound to anyone who signs up. You can automate this with Clay and Instantly and HeyReach, etc. I don't have the volume to do it that way, and I prefer to do it manually for now, but this is my flow when I do it this way. So what I do every time a lead comes in the morning, and I make sure I'm quite fast about it, you don't want to wait days, is I do warm outbound. So I check the website, copy that, and I check the website. I check if they're running LinkedIn ads or not. Normally I scroll to the bottom. I check if it's a good company. Often the good companies have a LinkedIn sign there, which takes me straight to their page, which is great. I can see, okay, this company is 11 to 50, perfect ICP for me. They're in Austin, which is great. And then I go back here and I check, okay, it's A Norton, interesting. And I go back here, you click on people, and you can find the person, Ashley Norton. So I've already sent it to to Ashley. So what I'm going to send it to is to Hadash. So what I do is click connect, and I add a note. And here I copy paste a message, which is pretty much the same to everyone. So I just add the name, which is here. Hey Hadash, how are you? I see you sign up for the LinkedIn Ads OS. It should be in your inbox already. I also made a Loom video which shows the LinkedIn ads strategy we use with clients to generate the pipeline. Here it is. Hope it's helpful. The cool thing is I'm actually trying to get more people to look at the Loom than the LinkedIn Ads OS. Some people look at the LinkedIn Ads OS. There's loads of videos of me talking. They build a lot of trust and connection in that way. But this Loom video is just way easier to watch, and it's very enticing. And I'm going to show you why here. So when you send a link in a DM, it actually pops up with the GIF from Loom, which is really cool. So now here, when they accept my invitation, they get this here. It says 1.2 million pipeline exactly. So a lot of people are clicking and signing up to this, and this is where they get to. And to me, this is actually exactly what I want them to watch. This video, I put a lot of effort in, and it is really, really good at converting people. I've had numerous people cite this video specifically in the strategy I put here, in the phone calls that I've received, in the strategy sessions that I've done. So it also has a book a call with me here on Loom. And people end up just like, anyone who watches 100% of the video, which is a lot of people, strangely enough, we've had 338 views. Some people watch 0% or 5% and just give up, whatever, they don't have time or it's not interesting. But a lot of people, because I've been checking, watch 100% of the video. I've even seen a bunch of people watch twice, or even 3 times, because it's actually giving a lot of value. I put so much effort into this video. So anyone who's now watching this video has really warmed up to me. If you think about the flow, they receive an ad. They've never heard of us, never heard of me. They get the LinkedIn Ads OS email. Suddenly, they've got this DM from me. They're like, oh, who's this? Okay, hopefully he's not going to spam me. I just give them more value and say, hey, here's another video. Some of the people actually watch the video. At this point, if they watch this video, they're going to be really warmed up to me. And then this is when the next step comes in. So I've done this warm outbound play. I'm trying to give them more content to warm up to me. And I'm going to show you the next step now. So now I also, once people sign up, they get this automated email saying, thanks so much for signing up, etc., etc. You can get access here. It's what's inside. Here's my email address. And at the bottom, there's a PS. If you need someone to run your LinkedIn ads for you, can book a call with me here. So this is already there. Then they receive about 6 emails every single day, just with high value emails. So it's not spammy stuff. It's full of basically just as high value as possible. So I give more resources in one. I give, like, here's a bunch of freebies, and there's loads of freebies that I've created. So I'm trying to create lots of value. And this one's like, I want to share one big lesson, and it goes over this big lesson. I'm adding video in a lot of them. So Loom GIFs again, so people are intrigued and click into the videos, and they just warm themselves up to me speaking and who I am and all that kind of stuff. So, and at the bottom of most emails, I have PS, hire us to run your LinkedIn ads. So a small percent, but nonetheless, because my leads are only at £9 per lead, 1 in 10 or 1 in 20 just have to click that, and I've got an amazing cost per scheduled phone call. I think the next thing you need to learn about is how to get deeper into thought leader ads. If you want to learn about that, I'll leave a video up here talking about how to do the more technical stuff, how to get really good at thought leader ads specifically so you can run these campaigns, and knowing how to do that. So see you in the next video.